Yesterday was a day that I had been dreading. I hired this furniture trailer, raced up to Auckland, got some carpet indoors, then raced down to Hamilton, got the kitchen base, and got home at 10 p.m. It was a very long day, but it's done. It's done. I won't have to do that again for this house build. Maybe a trip with a ute to Hamilton for the rest of the kitchen, but not all the way to Auckland with a rented furniture trailer. But now we need to unpack it. The house is currently quite full and the containers have a mouse problem, so the carpet is going to live in the sleepout for the next 2 or 3 weeks. The door's definitely in the house and the kitchen base is in the house. It's going to be a bit chaotic in the house for a while. We've realised the carpet's too heavy for us. This is a bit hilarious. It's ridiculously heavy. We've got a game plan. It's kind of like a little bit damp on the ground, so my brother's getting tarp and we're going to try to just topsy-turvy it into the cabin. I've just reversed it a little bit closer. The thing is, I've got to return this trailer at 10. It's 9 now. Otherwise I'll be charged another hour or so, but that's okay. As long as we can get the stuff out. Ah, good. Out of the way, Reese.
We'll leave it there so we can tip it up.
Yes.
Otherwise, not good. Maybe, can we put something so it won't slide?
Brick?
Yeah, maybe a couple of them.
Well, if it goes down, it's still on the... Okay, out of the way, Reese! Move! Yeah!
Oh well, that's a bit dirty, but that's...
No, that's okay, it's underneath.
Oh no, the awning. You always just want to let go when we're doing something like that. Where's Reese?
He's out of the way. What was I thinking, really? It's kind of cool, isn't it? See what happens?
Anyway, now the pumpkin is broken, I can make it into pumpkin pie.
Oh, gosh. Will I regret moving it in here? Time will tell. We did our very first kitchen bench base yesterday. This is caboodle from Bunnings. It just means they're still good quality, but just a little bit more affordable than some other options. And we're getting the base cabinets in. That was just holding up the bench top for now, but it will eventually shift there. That's the end where the oven goes. And then there's no rush really to do the rest. I feel like it completely transforms the space just having that there. We've realised we didn't think about the structure of the base cabinet, which is in the way. So the solution is we're going to flip it and just drill it sitting that way here, which is fine because it's not like you can use this space anyway. Today is the 1st of June, which is the initial date I really did want to move in, and as you can see, I'm not quite ready. I think what threw me out was jibbing and plastering the rest of the house just meant this part did slow down a bit, and putting in the nice beams on the ceiling is quite time consuming. I would say it's probably over 7 days to get them fully installed, and that was only half, so that's another 7 days. Everyone who's seen it has commented that it just adds to the room. And we've got that far with the kitchen. I actually went and picked up the rest of the kitchen base bits, so I've got all the doors now, because this is just the carcasses, but I've got this beautiful dark laminate for the doors and the sides, so I can keep chipping away. I've also had the splashback delivered, so this section can really progress too. And I went with like a cheap wood option. You can get a bit ridiculous with the wooden tops, but I'm actually really impressed with this cheaper option. The wood is seriously heavy, and it was already oiled, but I sanded and oiled it again just for the cut areas, and there'd been a few imperfections with the packaging and delivery, I guess, and it's come out really nice. I'm very impressed. So even though I've missed my first move-in date, I'm feeling okay about it. I am. I think it'll be, one more week to finish putting this wall on and doing the ceiling on this side. And then I'll be focusing on the kitchen and the rest of the window trims. The carpet sitting in the sleep out, I might just put it down like a rug to start off with and then get help properly fixing it. The lino should turn up in a week, and the blinds should arrive within 2 weeks, so I think it's manageable. And I had to share some of the ridiculous health and safety things. This is what I got with the sink, and this is all the health and safety, and I think this is the most ridiculous. Do not turn your back on the sink when the water's running. And the first fire with the new fireplace. The instructions say you just use a little bit of kindling at the start, keep the temperature very low for the first 15 minutes, and then have a small fire for the next hour, and then a really hot fire after that. It sounds like it's for the paint to set, and I think it's going to be stinky as well. This is the kitchen splashback. It just needed trimming on either end, then a whole lot of double-sided tape and nail glue. I feel like I haven't done a proper update for a bit. It's been a combination of everyone has been sick, I've still got a snotty nose, and we've just been fully focused on progressing with this. Really fully focused. Okay, there's just so much to do. The kitchen has been quite a slow, fiddly part. We just stuck on the splashbacks. Can't peel off the cover until the bench top's installed, really. Things we did wrong and what I've learnt. We went for 1 centimetre overhang on the bench tops, but then I got out the ends, realising they were larger, thicker than 1 centimetre. So we've kind of put on this frame for the overhang, which actually I like the look of. This bench top was actually longer than one bit of wood, so we have this join anyway. It's not ideal, but I can live with that. I think this is where all the dirty dishes are going to live most of the time anyway. We also mucked up where the hole was for the hot and cold water. The problem was that we had not extended these, there's a couple of screws, these legs to the height we needed them before we drilled the first hole. That was the problem really. But overall, Caboodle has been pretty good for installing. It's been very straightforward. So the plumber has set up the sink so when we reconnect it, the waste is working. I would still like to have running cold water before we move into the living space. So one of the first jobs is to fix this bench top now and put in the sink and start attaching it all. I have to chase the gas guy. He said he was coming back last week and never appeared again. He needs to finish installing the oven for me because I would like this working as well. To be able to get that first cup of tea in the mornings. Just semi-functioning kitchen would just make all the difference. My backup plan is to move the caravan up here. So I do have a backup plan. We only installed these 3 bases so that I knew how far the splashback could go. It was bit of a decision on where it would end. I had thought it would line up with this, but my calculations were completely wrong. So we've got the splashback right up to the window. The trim will sit right there, and then the bench will go up to there too. And there'll be a bit of an overhang, and it could become like a mini work desk in a way or something. You can have just a chair here, peer out the window. It could be quite interesting. It's all these little decisions that add up. Tomorrow the electrician is coming in to install all the plugs and the lights. I've had the fire on a couple of times, so it's working well. Put together the child safety gate, and the kink in the wall has added interest. So what do I do here? Do I just put something there, attach it there? Not sure. I've ordered some stain for the walls. Initially I had thought I would use linseed oil like in the sleepout, but I was reading up about how you could still get mildew in it, and because this is the kitchen, and I don't know, there could be a little bit of mold in here. So I've gone with a natural stain that I found online. I'll show you more when it turns up. Requires 2 coats. Should turn up early this week. Try to whack on 2 coats. So I'm hoping by this weekend it's just the little finishing touches. That's my hope. Yeah, and then that will be the 2 week into June mark. It's just, yeah, there's just so many jobs to do. First things on the list today, finish the last beam. We ran out, I bought one more and put on a coat. The other big job is to start on the window trims, because I think I can't move in until all the painting is finished really. And that's the next big thing. I need to chase the blinds company. They're good, but the problem is I keep talking to someone else, so I have to keep explaining the whole story, and then they just disappear, and I don't know. They should be turning up this week, but I should chase them. So I think that's it. We just keep chipping away. Oh, the lino, I've got all the lino ready to go down. The carpet is sitting in the sleep out, taking up room. I know I will have a fold mark in it. We did the same with the sleep out, so I know that after a week or two the fold line does disappear. I just, it's a good price, Auckland price, so grabbed it while I'm up there, deal with it later. Oh, and the plastering is all done. Now it's onto me to paint it, but I'm not even going to touch this part of the house until we've moved in here. and then I will be racing to paint the bathroom first, get that up and running. Yeah, getting there. The perk of the plasterers being finished is I could then move all of the junk we'd had in the living space, trying to work around all of this stuff. We've got space again. Oh, and my solar system should be turning up sometime this week too. So I'll be able to get power.